What is good, my Rags and Fitness people, my Rags and Fitness folks, my Rags and Fitness fam? Rags will not be doing this intro today, but I do want to remind you to keep God first. That's very important. Shake the haters off. Hey guys, today we won't be talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's my team. Today we're going to be talking about the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, right? These guys they've done some good work. My guy Marcus Freeman, he's up there doing some good recruiting. He's up there doing some recruiting, man. This guy pulled off a real big get today. It was a battle between Notre Dame, however you want to say their name, USC, Ohio State. And we all know that Ohio State is pretty hard to beat out. What are you talking about, Rags, you eggs, right? We're talking about this guy, Mr. Kyngstonn Viliamu-Asa, right? That is this guy right here. Let me introduce him to you, right, if you don't know him. He's a linebacker. He's 6'3", 230 pounds. I mean, that is a nice size right there. He's from Bellflower, California, class of 2024. He is a 4-star, right, composite, and a 4-star 247 player, right? Let's talk about we'll go with just the regular 247 ranking, right? He's 87th nationally, the 9th linebacker in this class, right? He's number 10 in the state of California, and we all know they play some good ball out there in California. So this guy right here is the cream of the crop out there in the state of California, right? Let's go here. I mean, this guy was recruited by Notre Dame, Ohio State, USC, they say even Alabama. Hey, young man, what are you thinking? That's beside the point. Arizona's been doing some okay recruiting over there themselves. But listen, this guy kicked everybody to the side. Ohio State and USC especially. He kicked them to the side and he said he want to go to Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. He want to go to South Bend, Indiana. And they asked him some questions. And one of his things was, hey man, he valued Christ, he valued God, he valued his grades, right? That was some of the things that he said he chose Notre Dame for. Can you get that in any other program? I like to think so, especially in my University of Alabama. But this young man decided he wanted to go to South Bend, Indiana. He's going to travel from California all the way up to South Bend. And I think that is credit to Mr. Marcus Freeman. I believe that he's doing such a great job with recruiting at Notre Dame. This guy's bringing something else up there to that program, right? And this guy's going to make some noise. Some way or another, Mr. Marcus Freeman is going to make some noise. To me, he's bringing some swag to Notre Dame, right? The Fighting Irish right now have a little swag about them. They're getting some pretty good players here, right? They're going to be able to compete with the USCs and the Florida States and all of these guys, whoever they have on that, the Michigans and all. They're going to be able to compete with these guys, with the guys that they're recruiting, right? They putting up, I think they're right on the edge. They're either top 10 or they right up, they own top 10, I think. They're either 10 or right above according to 247 Sports, right? These guys have been doing some recruiting. Let's talk about this guy a little bit more, right? Right here, Mr. Greg Biggins. Hey, Mr. Greg Biggins, I like you, man. You do a lot of scouting out there in that state of California. You're the guy that's scouting my guy, Julian Sand. And you have been giving good praises on Julian Sand. And hey, man, I couldn't ask for anything better because that's my guy, Mr. Julian Super Saiyan Sand. So, Mr. Greg Biggins, he's the national recruiting analyst over at 247 Sports. This guy, if they say when it's all said and done, this guy's going to be a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick in the NFL. And that's not too bad, my friend. But I'm pretty sure this young man said, hey, hold on, hold your horses. I'm going to be 1st round. But one of the things that Mr. Greg Biggins said, he said, one of the most versatile linebackers in the country. He's an inside backer, but a very rare every down player who can move around and play multiple spots in a defense, right? He can stuff the run, blitz, off the edge, and is very smooth in coverage for a 6'3", 230-pound linebacker. This guy, from what Mr. Greg Biggins said, this guy is a jack of all trades. He can cover, he can run downfield and hit that running back right in the mouth. This guy spies the quarterback and watch and see what he's gonna do. This guy right here is gonna be a player for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You guarantee it. Give him 2-3 years. We're going to be hearing this guy all over SportsCenter. But guess what? SportsCenter is no longer going to be the king of this sporting thing. Guess where you're going to hear his name at? You're going to hear his name all over Rags and Fitness YouTube channel because this is the new outlet right here. This is the new media for sports. So when you guys want to hear something about some good college football, or maybe even other sports that we're going to be implementing into this channel, you're going to want to tune in to Mr. Rags and Fitness. That's where you're going to want to get all your latest recruiting details, all your latest recruiting news, all of your NCAA football news and details right here, right here. So he says here, this guy high school athletic background. In 2021, he missed the sophomore season with a knee injury. So this guy has an injury, nagging knee injury. Hopefully this guy can get over this. He's a young guy. Usually when you're young and you injure something like that, man, you can bounce right on back, right? When you get Rags' age, it's more of a terror on your body. But this young man here, he's going to recover. I'm pretty sure they're going to get him up there in South Bend, going to get him some good nutrition, going to get him some good sports science in him, and then everything is going to be all right, right? He had a timeline here, right? This guy, the Louisville Cardinals, offered him February 23rd, 2023. Kyngstonn, he unofficially visited Miami March the 4th. He officially visited what is it? USC. I'm sorry, USC. He visited USC on June 2nd. He officially visited the Fighting Irish on June 16th, and that sealed the deal pretty much. And right here they say he visited Ohio State on the 23rd. But when he took that visit up there to Marcus Freeman signed, sealed, and delivered him. I'm yours. That's what happened to this guy, man. This guy, he's one of those guys, man. I don't see any tape on him. They got some pictures of him and stuff like that. But let me talk to you for a minute, Fighting Irish. I want you to get this guy, and I say this about every guy that we talk about because I am so proud of these young men. When I watched this young man just commit on the 247 site, man, I was smiling. I was in the bathroom doing some stuff, and I looked up in my mirror, and I just saw myself smiling. I didn't recognize that I was smiling until I looked up in the mirror, and I heard this young man's family playing the music in the background. He turned that camera around, man, and you should have saw his family in there, the support that he had behind him. Hey, South Bend, I want you guys to continue to support this guy and bring his family in with him and show this guy that he's a part of you guys, man. This guy right here, he seems like he's got the Hawaiian, Samoan culture to him. I think that's one of the most beautiful things ever when I see him doing the rituals and the dances and stuff, man. It's beautiful. I love it, guys. And he's bringing that up there to South Bend, which you guys seen that before. You had Manti Te'o and all those guys up there. But man, you guys got something special going on up there. But let me tell you something, Fighting Irish, before you get ahead of yourself. Now, I want to see you succeed and be healthy and happy, because I like Mr. Marcus Freeman. But when you cross these guys, if you ever tend to cross them guys, then guess what? All of it goes out the window. But that's beside the point, guys. But I do really want you guys to succeed, be healthy and happy. I want to see this guy be healthy and happy, and also see him succeed, man, because I love to see these young men going out. And this young man right here, you know, he goes out on Christian retreats and stuff like that, man. I love stuff like that. This guy's really living in the word. He's a young guy. He's going to mess up. He's going to have to retract and get back on track, but hey man, he's got his head in the right place, and that's all you need to do is have your head in the right place, and everything else will fall in line. Notre Dame Fighting Irish football fans, I know you love talking to old Rags. I know you love looking at me deep down into my eyes. But guess what? Notre Dame football Fighting Irish fans, I must get out of here because I got things to do. Guess what, man? I catch you next time. Already. Yeah.